Remember how we said before that we watch videos and they're not scary no more? Like they don't do anything. This video had me like a little, I don't know,
Like I'm gonna sleep with the light on type shit.
no, that's like terrified, right? I think like no, it's not that scary. But look, we'll watch the video. I don't know if you watched this. It's about a baby. Or we'll just play it and you'll let me know. I think what was scary about this is how the baby behaved and how he was acting.
A baby?
There was a baby in the crib. Well, I shouldn't explain it. Let's just watch it. But it was creepy.
Turn it down a little bit.
But I think you gotta hear it like that so it gets you good. So he's climbing on the crib. Look at him. Right, normal. Right, there's nothing like whatever. And then he gets on top of the rail. He stands up. Look at him. This is where I was like, oh shit, I felt something from this.
What the hell?
It just seems like a kid would just fall, huh? I think he ends up falling.
Oh shit.
That's creepy, huh?
Is it real?
I believe there's nothing to say this was fake. I seen this a while back, and I'm like, even just watching it right there, I feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I can't identify what that is.
Damn.
But I remembered like, well, the baby's standing on the crib, right? He's standing on the fucking thing. Look at him. And look how long he was able to stay there. It just seems
it seems, see, what, this is scary.
It seems like something's holding him.
Yeah, because look at his legs. His legs are not moving. You know how kids, when they, look how that rail's too thin to be standing perfectly. His upper body's moving, but his legs are locked solid. They're not moving.
And I just never
It seems like somebody's grabbing him from his kneecaps and he's just holding him there.
No, because then he would be able to tilt, right?
But he's but
it seems like he's real stiff.
Yeah, from his legs.
I don't know because how do you explain this, right? They're trying to throw off paranormal activity. How do you explain
I would say...
Do you think like this kid is maybe like...
Because I'm trying to say like how, like, okay.
Because you know how some kids have like tight muscles and stuff like that?
Yeah, but like
so they can't they don't bend their legs a lot and stuff like that.
Because he got up there.
Yeah, but the way he was able to balance, right? The way he was able to balance himself. Like imagine if I left the volume all the way up. Because once he started,
good thing I told you to turn it down.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like
turn it down because you don't need it that loud. She's still scarier like this.
Yeah, but like, look, I was like, because he climbs up there, it just seems like he would fall, or he's gonna be the next like one of those people who keeps his balance. Or what do they call those Olympians, or what do they call it?
A gymnast?
Oh, probably one of those. It's almost like that's what he wanted to do, but he doesn't seem like that's what he wants to do. And as soon as he stands up, his posture right there.
Look that right there. Yeah. Look, his legs look hella weird.
Oh shit, man, that just does something to me.
That's just scary.
I feel it.
Him falling. Keep looking.
It just seemed like it was with force, huh?
This seemed like something pushed him hella hard. And I don't know. Look, he's scared. He's scared. Boom.
But no, it kind of seems like he just fell too.
It seems like force.
And then leave it enough to the fucking baby should be playing, huh? That shit's creepy, huh? Where's the mom? Right?
Yeah, because it's loud.
Because if you're screaming like, I'm pretty sure they were sleeping, but... And I haven't seen anything to say that this is not real.
This is hella scary.
You never seen this?
I've never seen this.
I've seen this before, like a while back. But I ran into it again today. And I reminded me, I was like, oh shit. And it gave me that same, like just watching it. Even though we just watched it again, I still feel it. Like that feeling.
It gives me this like
this is real, huh?
And it also, it feels evil.
Yeah.
Like when it hits the energy it produces from when you're watching it, the noises and everything, it feels evil when it hits me.
And it's weird why that is.
Yeah, and it just seemed like my body's telling me it's not good. Stay away from this type of shit.
Yeah, because it's like when you see them, like the Cartel videos, right? Like there's a feeling when you watch those videos of like, damn, this is legit.
That's a different feeling, though. I mean,
Yeah,
it still feels
but
like it's in your stomach.
that's what I'm saying. That those weird feelings, I don't even know what they are, right? But we feel it, and obviously, you said you feel it too, to where like this is wrong.
Yeah, when I watched the first time I watched the Cartel video where they had a machete and they had a girl on her knees like tied up, and the dude grabbed her hair.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
The dude grabbed her by her hair and then started hacking at her head, right? And it wasn't like a clean hit. It just he just kept hitting her and hitting her until he cut her whole head off. And I'm like, the first time I ever watched that, you can tell.
No, I think that was a different one from the one I watched. The one I watched, the dude had like a pocket knife, and he decapitated a girl
with a pocket knife.
With a pocket knife, and he did it like the way he did it was ruthless as fuck. Like you can like fucking crunching her head, yanking on her head, and the girl, she didn't scream, she didn't cry, nothing, and she just like took it. And now I'm like, damn, this is fucked up. I'm like, and one video I seen, another, because there's a bunch of them, and it's crazy how many there is. Like if you look it up right now, you'll find a new one. That's how crazy it is. And even though you see a lot, it always gets worse. There's always a worse video. And that's crazy. I remember when we were in the field, our cousin's sister told me that she did a school project or something, I don't know, where she was she was studying the cartels, and she was watching a lot of these videos. And she said she did it for like, I think a couple weeks. And she said that it kind of traumatized her. She said, I was having nightmares. Because he said, I was just watching it over all day, watching and studying this. She really took it serious, I guess. But I'm like, I feel what you're talking about, because I watched some of those videos. And crazy how those videos were everywhere. Those videos were on Facebook. And just scrolling through my feed. And I remember back then, I was probably like, I don't know, 17, 16. And I always had the mentality, if one of those videos comes on my feed, I have to watch it. And it wasn't because I enjoyed watching it. It was because I was like, I can't hide myself from the world, how evil this world is. So when something horrible happens like that, and I come in contact with it, shielding my eyes to it is creating a false image of the world. So I was like, I have to watch it. And I watched every single video that came across. Or when people would tell me like this happened, I would watch it. And nowadays I don't do that no more, because I don't have I did enough of that already. Like I know it exists. I know about all that shit, and I watch plenty of videos. And one video that stands out is it was a kid who was selling, I think his mom was selling drugs, right? And his mom gave drugs to the kid. And the kid went to a certain spot to sell them. And it was cartel territory. And they scooped up the kid. Like you don't see them scooping up the kid or nothing. You just see it at the end. And they were saying that they said, we don't tolerate nobody selling drugs on our shit. They said, we don't give a fuck if it's a kid. And the kid was probably like 10. And you could tell that kid was terrified. And it's like, damn, I feel for him, right? Because that's a scary ass situation. And then they're like, they're like, we don't hurt innocents. They always say that, but who knows, right? When you look at the facts, a lot of innocent people die. But they're like, we don't hurt innocents, but we don't give a fuck if it's children selling shit on our territory. And they put him down, and the dude got a machete, and the kid screaming.
It was a video?
It was a video. And the kid was screaming. And this fool didn't give a fuck. He lifted that fucking machete and just started going to town on him, and then cut his head off. And no mercy, right? And I'm like, it's bad enough when you see something happen to an adult, right? Even if it's an innocent adult. But when you fuck with children, that's like the one of the biggest sins. And it seems like the younger you go, the worse of a fucking thing it is, huh? It's terrible altogether. But I think everybody will agree that if you kill an infant like in a brutal way like that, is more worse than if you kill an adult.
It is because it shows the your
Like the heartlessness.
yeah, the heartlessness, because it's a child, and like children are they're so you look at a kid and you always want to look out for your children as far as like no harm come to them because they're kids. When people are adults, it's more so like everybody for themselves type shit. Whoever gets it. Like everybody, you just gotta watch out for yourself. But as a kid, for somebody to do that shit to a kid, it shows that that wherever that dude's mindset is,
It's gone. Huh?
yeah, he's no longer here. He's a different type of person.
But a lot of people say that when they do those things, they have to be under the influence of some type of drug. So a lot of times they'll do cocaine or they'll do some other shit before they do that to get ready for it. So I wonder is like, well, I don't think that a human is normally supposed to do that. So if you do that, I feel like that would bring trauma, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it makes sense that you would do drugs to alter your brain to allow you to do these things. Kind of like people drink, right? And then there's almost like an alternative version of them. They would do something they normally wouldn't do. So maybe, because who knows with these drugs? I never did them. So, but it's just crazy. And there's stories like that that stand out. And I watched a bunch of them. And I still keep updated with a couple of them. And there's channels now on YouTube that who just describe it to you. So you won't have to watch it, but they just describe it to you. And I remember another one that I remember they caught this dude. I don't know the full story because I didn't watch the video. It was just the dude describing it, and he described it very briefly. He just said that they had problems with this dude, the cartel did, and I think he was another dude of a different cartel, and they caught him, and they captured him, and they took him to somewhere where they were at, I don't know, and they put him in front of the car, in front of their truck, whatever, and then the dude he like started drinking or something, and then after he was drinking, this is the person who's gonna hurt him, not the victim, and then he goes to him, whatever, and he cuts his leg off. He cut
With what?
With a knife. Like he said, he had probably like a blade like that big, sharp as fuck. And the dude, how he describes it, he's like he had this dude's leg off in like 20 seconds, and he's like, he definitely does this before. He's done this before because that amount of skill, and then with a blade like that,
And the guy
it's crazy
just
how
let him?
sharp fucking shit is, huh?
Yeah, they have good quality. Those cartel guys don't skip out on night, like how sharp their shit is, because they be
That shit's sharp as fuck.
yeah.
But they cut his leg off, right? Dude's still conscious, right? And the dude was screaming in pain. And the dude had told them, "No, you're a tough guy, right? I thought you said you were a tough guy." I guess the dude had said previously that he has claimed that he was a tough motherfucker or whatever. And he's like, "You're a tough guy, right?" He's like, "Why you crying now?" Whatever. And he grabbed his leg and smacked him in the face with it, with his own leg, over and over again. And the dude was like, "Please, no more. Like, that's it. Like, show mercy on me." And the dude was like, "Nah, you a tough guy." The next leg, cut his next leg off. Then he cut his arms off. And then he just left puro torso eventually.
And he was dead by then, huh?
Yeah, by then he probably died. They said,
Yeah.
I think they were giving him some type of drugs, adrenaline, so he could stay up longer because they wanted him to suffer. But I'm like, the things that people are capable of, like horrific shit, especially when it comes to children.
Well, I forgot who I heard this from, but they said that just like it's just part of nature that the baby anything, baby dogs, right, cats, humans, chimps, they all like to nature made them so that when you look at them, you're like, oh, they look cute because you want to keep them safe
And nurture them.
Yeah, and nurture them to get them. That's why the older kids get, the less cute they get. So, like babies, you look. But then again, though, have you ever, like, first time I seen a baby, like fresh baby, like a fresh boy, It was ugly. Like the first time I seen a baby, it wasn't a good looking baby, and
You're just speaking like a newborn, right?
yeah,
Because
fresh
it
newborn.
seems like it takes a couple of days, huh?
Yeah, you gotta give them at least like a few days to a week to ripen up, and then they look. Oh yeah, he looks tight now. But be like a fresh baby, don't look good.
Yeah, but to get off that, because I feel like that shit can get dark.
I
That shit can get dark, and it can get dark real quick.
Yeah, because it gave me like it gives me like a different like
Energy.
yeah, like it's like a negative like especially going to ghost shit to go into like it reminds me of like it makes me feel like happy that I don't like
You don't have to deal with
I
that
forget
shit.
about like I forget that even exists.
I constantly remind myself that shit exists.
It
And the way I do that, I don't go watch the videos or stuff like that. I just follow certain people who follow the news in Mexico. So a lot of times you hear cartel this, cartel this. So I follow people, reporters who, break stories about what's going on, because I don't know, I like to know what's going on. But because I also don't want, like I told you, I don't want to shield myself from the world.
But I don't see like for me I just don't get any benefit in and I guess there's certain things that would be interesting to know as far as like Mexico and shit goes on and stuff like that. But when it comes to brutal shit like that, I don't want anything. I don't want it to make contact with my life. Because even though I know it's part of the world and shit like that.
You mean as like being exposed to it?
Yeah, I don't have any
through video form,
through video or whatever. I just don't like. I don't enjoy. Right? I know you don't enjoy either, but I just don't. I'd rather just like not see it, just because it's like that feeling that you get.
But that's the thing, though. I like because I don't know why I feel that. Well, obviously, I feel that because it's wrong, but also because I feel that and it makes me uncomfortable is why I continue to learn about it. Because I feel like I don't want to just be comfortable with the world. I think when you're prepared, I don't know if that makes you more prepared, but I just think like just being aware of what goes on. When you do that, I think it just adds to how grateful you are about your life. Because I'll say it all the time, and you say it all the time too. We got it good. Like we got nothing to complain about. So yeah, there's just be grateful because there's crazy shit going on. But to get off that, right, and go to something a little, since we're talking about knives, there was this video I told you I wanted to show you about this dude with a samurai sword, and they were playing in it seems to be a party. And just look at this. Look what happens, right? We'll watch it a couple times because it's a short video.
Turn it down.
Boom! Oh, I can't turn it down.
Turn it down.
I can't. Ooh! Hold up. I'll turn it down.
Turn it down. I can't.
It's because I can't.
I can't focus when that shit's blaring in my ear. It makes me.
It's probably gonna be
loud noises
too.
Loud noises.
I'll try to turn it down for them.
Loud noises make my body like I don't like it. Makes me feel like whatever.
Well, let's watch it again.
Ooh, you're a freaking freaker. Oh, why would he do that?
Huh?
Oh my goodness!
That fool's drinking Miller Lite. They must have been drunk. But like, there's no way I'm letting somebody get that close to me with a blade, especially just messing around. You know how they do this? This reminds me of like the shit where you put an apple on your head and the motherfucker tries to shoot it with an arrow or something like that. Like, I would never let even the most skilled person do that.
That's so dumb. It's not worth it. What are the, if you just look at it as far as like pros and cons, right? There's no pro that's gonna negate the fact that you're gonna die. There's no pro. So there's like, just like this, they do get, if this dude is even drinking, they had to have been drinking, because look, there's bottles on the countertop. So, all right, you're gonna let a drunk dude with a samurai sword and wave it that close to your neck in your face?
And it was clean, huh? Like it was still
He
hanging.
chopped that shit. he chopped it, and you see Nick go like this.
Yeah, just like fell, damn near wanted to fall off. It was barely
that's
on.
crazy.
You think they could put that back?
I
They could
think so.
attach his
I think
nose?
so because it's just cartilage.
Think so?
I depend.
You don't think it hit bone? Well, what is this on your
it's just
nose?
cartilage?
This bone right here?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't this bone?
Well, okay, maybe not.
We're some dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, it's because we don't know shit about shit. But look at this though. Do you remember the guy, the actor guy, Owen Wilson? Like I think that's his name. The guy who got kicked or punched in the face by Jackie Chan and broke his nose, fucked his nose up, and now his nose is fucked up for life.
Yeah, I know who he is.
That guy got money. So if he could have fixed his nose, then
he's definitely not fixing
this dude. Yeah,
and then he got punched. This fool got his nose cut off damn near. Let's watch it one more time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at his nose move. Oh, that shit gone. It's over.
Like imagine if he would have hit him in the face though.
Why would you do this?
What do you think the damage to the face would be?
Oh,
if he caught it in the cheek.
It just got a good ass freaking scar. A good ass freaking scar. Because he didn't put full force into it. He just like did a little.
But that crazy how sharp that blade is, huh?
Why would you do
and
this?
everybody was just watching, huh? Like
oh
cool.
My God. Why would you do this? And he put
I'm
what is that called? What is that called that
samurai
he has?
Sword?
No, he got that in his mouth.
He got like a sausage in his mouth.
A sausage?
Pause on that, huh?
He said he and it's not like
I'm pretty sure somebody there was like, don't do it. And he's like, fucking.
That's a thick ass sausage though.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Glizzies. That's what the kids call them.
But what are those? What are they called? They're called
brats.
Oh, they're called brats. Or brats? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's a thick one right there.
Yeah, who knows where he got that one? But damn, man.
Why would you do that?
That's like crazy ass video.
That's not worth.
It's like that video. Have you seen that video too where the dude he's standing by, they're playing darts and he's standing by the dart thing. I don't know what he was doing, but he has like his hand on the dart thing and the guy throws the dart and it just hits his head and it gets stuck in his head. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't understand people, man. It's funny. Like this shit's funny. Right, like this content and stuff that they and then somebody said
but it's not funny because it's not funny like we're laughing at him. It's funny like I don't know why it's funny, huh? It's funny because it's like such a shock wow factor.
Yeah, but like there is someone who was recording.
Why is this funny? And why is this funny when this person gets hurt? Yeah, when we were just talking about the other shit.
But it's because it's stupid
and it's
stupidity.
Okay.
It's like a funny on stupidity. Like
so it's like you have no what do they call it? You have no sympathy for somebody who puts himself in that position, right?
Yeah, well,
or you have less sympathy.
Yeah, you have
than somebody who's
less.
Completely taken from against their will.
Yeah, like I seen this dude that was drunk, and for whatever reason he thought it'd be funny to jump over a campfire, like a little bonfire that they were having in the backyard, and he thought for whatever reason he was gonna bunny hop this bonfire, and he went and he hit the brick. He misjudged the jump, hit the brick that aligned the campfire or the bonfire around.
Yeah,
and he fell right into the fire, face first. And I'm like, what an idiot type shit. Like it's funny because it's like
I'm pretty sure everybody jumped over a fire though.
But
we've done it too.
But I'm saying like if you fall in the fire. And you put and then you record it and you upload it, you can't expect people not to laugh at it because it's funny.
But do you think sure it's an embarrassing moment, right? But if you record it and you have it, like why not put it up? Do you think it's just because you're trying to save yourself the embarrassment?
Why not put it up?
Yeah, like you already filmed it. You happen to film something crazy.
If you put it up, it's funny. Like, there's no, like, why, like that dude that cut his nose, right? Somebody recorded that, right? And posted it, edited it, and then posted it. The only reason they would put it up is because they're they knew why else would they put it up if it's not for a funny factor, right? Makes no sense. Like, why would you put it up if people are gonna laugh at you?
I don't know. Maybe just for views and stuff.
But yeah, I that dude knows it's done. It's over.
Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.